This video will demonstrate various aspects of the Grid Explorer screen in Grid for iPad, where you can add, delete and copy existing grid sets, as well as rearrange items. The Grid Explorer screen can be thought of as the desktop of Grid 3 because it displays all the grid sets in your account. For example, you may have your vocabulary grid set like the Supercore 50, or you might have some games like Deal with the Dog here, or even Amazon Echo applications and various other grid sets. It's usually the first screen to appear when you turn on your device. However, if this is not the case, and let's say for example that you're in this grid set, you can always navigate to Grid Explorer by selecting the compass icon at the top left-hand side of the screen. Grid Explorer is an important screen for organising your grid sets, as well as adding any new items or deleting. So, if you need to add any new grid sets, this is done by selecting the three dots button in the top right of the screen and clicking on the first option, which is Add a Grid Set. Here you can select from a variety of options. So you can add a grid set from the Smartbox options, these are preset, or you can, and there's various things, you can have games or text or some accessible apps. Or you can go to online grids where people sometimes save things that they've made. It can be quite useful and you just search for what they are. Or you can also, if you scroll down, you can browse for grid sets. So this is how you can bring in something that you've saved on a USB or saved in your iPad. So for the purpose of this training, I'll add a Supercore 50 grid set. And these are from the preset Smartbox ones up the top here in the symbol communication. So in order to add it, you click on it and then select Add, and this will load it into your Grid Explorer page. You can see it there. So a very useful function here is to copy an existing grid set. So for example, if you wanted to practice doing some editing without the fear of changing something in the original vocabulary, for example the Supercore 50 one, you could copy that grid set, rename it, and then you would be free to edit as you please. And then when you're confident, you could do this editing again within the original. To try this, click on the three dots and select the Add Grid Set option, just like we did before. And then from here, scroll down and you can select the Copy Grid Set option there. So choose the vocabulary grid set you want to practice with and then select Add. You'll see this appear in the Grid Explorer screen with the label stating that it is a copy. It's always best to alter this label to be very clear that it's one you can practice in. And to do this, you go to the three dot button and then you'll select Arrange Grid Sets this time. So you'll see the screen change accordingly with little crosses appearing, and if you tap on the label of the copied grid set, you'll be given the option to change the name. Labelling it something like My Practice and adding the date is often recommended for making it clear that this is the one you can alter as much as you wish without causing problems to the original. When you've chosen a new name, select Done from the top right of the screen, and then do that again to return to the normal Grid Explorer screen. So if you wish to delete any grid sets, you can also do this by clicking on the three dots and then selecting the Arrange Grid Sets option, just like we did before. So you'll again see the screen change and all the little crosses appear on the top right hand corners of each grid set. To delete, simply select one of the crosses and confirm, and you'll see that grid set disappears, and you select Done to save your changes. Be careful when deleting, however, because anything that is deleted cannot be returned unless it has been saved elsewhere or is an unaltered Smartbox preset example.